The cylinder and solar controller supplied may differ to the one shown in this DVD, particularly in the design of the sensor file pockets. If required, the electrical connections to the cylinder from the boiler can be extended. Ideally, the sensor wiring should be in a screened cable. First, check components of the first box and layout. Check the components in the second box. This box contains the expansion card and the sensors which connect to the boiler. Remove the covers to expose the solar pumping station. Filling valves. Both valves must be closed. This is the flow rate indicator and the flow rate adjuster, which must be closed when filling the system. The solar pump, the degausser, the temperature gauge, and the system pressure gauge. The pump lead must be connected directly to the boiler. Check fitting on the solar collector. If copper olives are fitted, replace with brass olives. Connecting copper pipes to the collector, then continuing pipework from the solar panels. All connections must be of the compression type, not soldered joints. This is the temperature and overheat stat combined and should be wired to the zone valve. This is the domestic hot water mixing valve and extends to the domestic hot water outlets. The temperature pressure relief valve then connects to the ton dish. In this version of the twin coil cylinder, the upper sensor SB is positioned within the same pocket as the twin stat. Other versions of the cylinder have individual sensor pockets. Remove the twin stat from the cylinder and take off the cover. Thread the sensor SB, which is already supplied to the boiler, through the hole and then refit the cover. Refit the twin stat into the file pocket and secure to the cylinder. Connect the twin stat to the 2-port valve. The instruction for this will be provided with the cylinder. The second sensor, S2, which senses the temperature of the lower section of the cylinder, must be positioned in the lower sensor pocket and routed back to the boiler. This is a pressure relief and a pressure reducing valve that is connected to the cylinder expansion vessel. The expansion tank for the solar collector is connected to the pipework for the solar pumping station. Before removing the covers from the boiler, ensure that it's isolated from the power supply. Remove the cover from the boiler and also the cover from the back of the PCB board to expose the card slot. Remove the expansion card and fit into the slot and secure. Here we demonstrate the fitting and wiring of the expansion board. We show the connection of the basic system. Other configurations and panels can be connected. Refer to the instructions that are with the Insol expansion card kit. Connect the brown and blue wires in the Insol kit to the green plug terminals 5 and 6. Fit the PCB link lead and connect to the expansion card. Connect the 3-wire link cable from the expansion board to the connection CN10. Remove connector CN7 and connect the blue wire to terminal 17 and the brown wire to terminal 16. Refit the connector. Remove the grey plug from the expansion board and connect the sensor S1 from the solar connector to terminals 9 and 10. Connect the cylinder sensor S2 to terminals 8 and 9. Refer to the expansion card instructions for connections. Refit the plug to the expansion card. Remove the green plug from the expansion card and connect the brown wire from the solar pump to terminal 3 and the blue wire to terminal 5. Then refit the green plug. The earth connection will require extending and connecting to an earth terminal. On the expansion board are a bank of 3 dip switches. Switch 3 will turn on the solar pump. Move switch 3 to the on position until the filling of the solar panels is complete. Then it must be returned to the off position for normal operation. Refer to the boiler installation guide on how to access and adjust the parameters to reconfigure the boiler settings. Check that the setting of parameter 44 is set according to the solar arrangement. The default 1 is the setting for the standard 2-panel system. Should alternative panel arrangements be used, parameter 44 would need alteration. Please refer to the boiler installation manual when checking parameters. The system is now ready to be filled. The system is to be filled with a glycol mixture of minimum concentration of 40% mixed in a suitable container. We are using a pump filling system for this installation. Before filling commences, make sure valve A and valve B are closed and the auto air vent on the panel of the roof is opened. Connect the filling pump, making sure both valves of the pump and the pumping station are closed. Make sure the flow regulator is also closed. Fit a suitable tube to the degasser. Open the valves on the pumping station and filling pump before switching on the filling pump. Now the pump is switched on. Through the inspection port, air can be seen in the system. Open the degausser to release the air and liquid into the container with the glycol mixture to reuse. The pump also needs to be bled. Showing air in the system, repeat degaussing until all the air is expelled from the system. Look at the system pressure. Turn valves A and B off and also the filling pump. This is the standing pressure. Increase the pressure above standing pressure by 1.5 bar by opening valve A and turning filling pump on until the pressure increases. Once the pressure is increased and all the air is released from the system, the air vent can be removed from the solar panel on the roof. Isolate the valve and remove the vent. With the circulation pump on, set the flow rate adjuster valve to 45 to 50 litres an hour per metre squared of total surface area. Refer back to the manual for calculation. Refit covers onto the solar pumping station. Reset the dip switch on number 3 of the expansion card to off and then replace the covers on the boiler.